Sai Ram to all of you, and my koti koti pranam to Baba's divine lotus feet, and may he speak through me. So I'm going to start sharing this experience with words of a bhajan. I'm not going to sing, but I'm going to say them, and they are हर एक पल में हर एक क्षण में भजे हम सदा तेरो नाम. So in English, just to it's not a literal translation, but it means in every moment, in every split of a moment also, may we utter thy name, your name. May we be with you at all times. So I will come back to the bhajan words later in my experience, later when it connects. So, what I'm going to share today, I have not shared with anybody. Only Baba knows this, what I went through. And one more person knows, who knows briefly. When I went through it, I had to speak about it. So I told her about it. And that is Dipali. I have shared a little bit with her years ago. So it begins with 1980 when I left India and I came to the States. I got married and I settled here. And coming from Sai Samiti, part of Sai Samiti with my parents, coming from having regular bhajans, the study circle, and being a part of Narayan Seva and everything we were involved in, and I was very much so a part of it. I come here into a family which is not, they don't want to hear anything about Baba. They don't want to hear, they don't want to, there's no participation whatsoever. So Baba starts taking me inward, because if I if I don't have it externally, which I really tried, and I was very sad about it, because I felt they should at least hear it, but they were not ready. They are not ready for it, which is fine now. So my journey, Baba took me inward. So the Samiti was created inside of me. The Bhajanavali started inside of me. The study circle, I went online and I did my lot of reading, lot of connecting with Baba in every way, not just reading, but practicing. So this continued for quite some time. And I still had a craving to go to Parthi. I still yearned physically to be there, even though I was becoming, Baba was making me stronger internally, tremendously, which I didn't realize till much later, much later. So this went on for quite some time. And then Baba gave me yoga to become a yoga teacher. And then he brought Ayurveda into my life. So I became an Ayurveda practitioner. And then he eventually brought Reiki into my life. And I studied Reiki and I'm now practicing it also. So all these three things, he made me choose. I wouldn't have been able to choose. He put me on a path which I chose. So the choice also, what I made, came from him. Through him, I chose all these three paths, and realized later, as time went on, my inner strength, my inner Sai Samiti, my inner bhajans that I used to connect with all the time. Any song that I heard, whether it was from a movie or it was any other song, if it had love in it, it would draw me to Baba, the song itself. There was no other meaning to the song except that it just brought me straight to Baba. So these songs became so dear to me because it was directly connecting me to Baba. So time is going by and I still have this yearning to go to Parthi. With Ayurveda studies, I went up to Bangalore I went to Whitefield for the first time. I had never been to Whitefield, but I could never get to Parthi. And it saddened me. It really saddened me. And then in 2016, our my husband's cousins, they visited us from Bangalore. Two couples, husband wife, two couples, and they were at our home, and we were talking, and the women were talking. We were three of us were talking, and they somehow it came up. She asked me, "What do you come to Bangalore for?" So one thing led to another, and I just told them that, I go to Whitefield and I have been going to Parthi, but I haven't gone in a long time. So it turned out that they were also devotees of Sai Baba. So I said, I haven't been, and it really hurts me. It hurts me very quietly. I cannot express it anywhere. So they said, why don't you come? You're coming this year in 2016. We'll take you. We'll go together. So mentally, I said, Baba doesn't want me to come. And it's going to be, again, it'll fizzle out. It's fizzled out before also. So I said, okay, I will make plans. So I made plans and I went to Bangalore and I stayed with them one night. And the second day, they had actually made arrangements. They had a car and we had a driver and we drove down to Parthi. I couldn't believe. I just couldn't believe. I said, he's actually calling me. He's asking me to come to Parthi. So now we reach there and my heart is thumping in my heart because I'm nervous. I'm actually, nervous to see that I'm going back after 1980. I haven't been to Parthi. So we go in and it has changed completely from what it used to be, from what I remember. My memory was, there was much more space. It felt a lot bigger. Now there are a lot of buildings, construction. And we just went inside and they said that they knew of someone who knew of someone at Parthi who was a name there. She was, I think, the head of Sevadal. I'm not sure. So I had not requested any of this, but they said, we'll get to sit in front and we are going to contact her and see if we can find her. So we said, fine. I was a follower. I just followed. And I was overwhelmed. Overwhelmed is the right word. So I had no words. I just followed. Somehow we found that lady's apartment, that flat, and she used to live there, I think 10 months in a year, and then 2 months she used to go to Italy with her husband. She's an Indian lady. So we go in there to her flat and we sit down, and she's not there. Her maid comes out and says, you want some chai? So I had a headache, coming there. It was hot. So I said, I would love some, please. And the other two also said yes. So she got us really nice tea. And then I looked on her table. Um, there was there was a biscuit packet lying there, opened. It was open. So I looked at her and I said, is it okay if I take one? Because I was hungry and I had a headache and I needed something with tea. So she said, she did this, like, yes, almost, like, shook her head. So I take one biscuit and I give one to one of the ladies. She also took. As I'm eating it, this person who is supposed to help us, sit in front or whatever, she walks in and she says, Sairam, and she's very authoritative. And she looks at me and she said, who gave you permission to take my biscuit? Who told you could take my biscuit? I just stopped short and I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to take the maid's name because I said, poor thing, she'll get into trouble. I said, no, I just picked it. I'm sorry. She said, these are biscuits from Italy and these are for my husband. So my heart sank and I said, oh God, what have I done? And where have I come now? I really said that. I said, where have I come? So I said, I'm really sorry. I put it down. She said, eat it now. You're not going to throw. So I finished it, but my face fell, my heart fell. I just sank. So anyway, the three of us looked at each other and we just kept quiet. So then we talked and she said, "You're from US." She was not nice. She was not nice. I'm going to say it 3, 4 times. So that was it. And then she said, "Okay, I'll have you, say whether girl will come and she'll take you." So we sat a little bit. Then she came and we followed her and we went and sat. And she put her in the second line, second or third. I was very happy. We were right there, Cycle One Hall. And the program begins. And the mic, somebody is giving, a discourse or speech, or somebody's talking. And there's a big echo in the mic. You can't, and then there is translation because it's done in the native language, and then there is English translation. You can't understand a word. Little bit you understand. So I thought something was going wrong with my ears. I said, that's it. I have to get my ears checked. So I look around. Everybody has that same expression that we can't understand. We can't understand. So we sat through that. Finally, it got over. Then there was a drama. So mentally, I'm saying I'm so much into music. Music connects me with my heart that I'm waiting for the bhajans. The bhajans are going to take me away. Everything will get wiped off once I sit through the bhajans. So the drama begins. Same problem. We can't understand anything. So I'm now getting tired. I'm really getting tired. So I'm saying, "Baba, what are you doing? Why are you doing this?" So now the drama gets over and they go straight into Aarti. No bhajans. So mera to, I was like devastated. I said, "What is going on? What message are you?" At that time, I didn't say that. It came much later. So we finish. Then we are asked to make a line and go to the, near the Samadhi and go and bow down. So I said, at least I get to be close to him that way, physically. So I go there and I kneel down and I put my head on the platform, not the Samadhi, but the platform there. And in my heart, I say, "Baba, take away my fear and fill it with love for you, so that anywhere, everywhere, whoever I see, I'm filled with love for them, because you are in every one of us." And as I'm saying it, and it doesn't take long to say this, I get a push from the side. Somebody has pushed me roughly, and she says something in Telugu, or I don't know which language. I don't understand. So I look up and she said, "Hmm, hmm." She's telling me, "Move, move." And I said, "Okay, okay, I'm going." I didn't take long, or at least I didn't. So again, I get a rough push. I get up. I said, "That's fine." Now the three of us are going to thank that lady who helped us come and sit in front. So I go to her and I said, "I want to say thank you very much. Really, thank you. I've come after a long time. It means a lot to me." And she looks at me and she says, "You got a silver spoon this time. You're not going to get a silver spoon again. You're going to sit all the way in the back. Don't think you can come and sit in front next time." So I said, "No, no, I won't. I won't do anything." Mentally, I said, "I'm not coming back. I'm not coming like this." I was ready to cry. So she said, "Go, all of you, eat something in the canteen." I said, "No, I want to go home. I want to go." So anyway, the other two also said, "No, we have to be back home." I said, "Okay." So we head home. We do some purchasing and we go home. And I don't say a word. None of us say anything about her. We are like all absorbing what happened. So every step of the way, I had this resistance there from coming from somebody or the other. So my heart was really down. I come back home and I was actually feeling low. I said, "What happened? Um, what happened? Why did I get this feeling that I was not wanted there?" I was not welcome there. So I come back home and I asked Baba, I said, Baba, what was that? What did you do? Um, every step of the way, I was pushed. So I was cleaning my room and lot of books here, Baba's books. And I said, I'm going to put them in a box and put them in another place because I'm not reading anymore. And I have shared this before in another when I spoke another time. This 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 vision of the divine. I found this book, and I did not know where it came from. I have not purchased it. It just was there, and I said, I don't know who has brought this to me. I have no idea. So I just opened one page, and it opened up on dated 30th of August 1975. 30th of August is my birthday. And I said, oh my God. And it's not addressed to anybody, but on the left hand side it says Baba was sitting with his students and he wrote this in one stretch. He just continuously wrote this and he gave it to the students. So it says, and this came directly to me after long searches here and there, in temples and in churches, in earth and in heavens, at last you come back, completing the circle from where you started, to your own soul, and find that He, for whom you have been seeking all over the world, for whom you have been weeping and praying in churches and temples, for whom you were looking as the mystery of all mysteries, shrouded in the clouds, in the nearest of the near, is your own self, the reality of your life, body, and soul. That is your own nature. Assert it, manifest it. It is truth and truth alone that is one's real friend. So it has a few more lines, but these first few lines, they hit me hard, and something shifted in me in a huge way. He had already internalized my path for years and years. And because I was craving to go physically to Parthi and physically to places, to temples or churches, not churches, but temples, uh, he gave me a rude shock when I went to Parthi. I was not at all centered in my heart over there. My mind was continuously troubled. My heart was weeping. And I said, I'm not feeling Baba over here at all. I feel Baba fully in my room alone when I'm sitting internalizing everything inside of me. I feel I'm in the samiti, I feel I'm in a bhajan, I feel I'm in a study circle or anything. So when I realized that, I got a shock and something shifted, and Baba shifted me again. He brought me to the realization that there's nothing except this moment. And I've always asked him, please be with me, be with me, be with me, always be with me. And I always get this message, I'm always with you, I'm always with you, I'm always with you, somewhere or the other. And I realized that it's a wrong prayer I'm asking. I'm saying a wrong prayer because he's always with me. So after I read the book, I realized that my prayer also came from him to him, saying that let me be with you at all times. हर एक पल में, हर एक क्षण में भजे हम सदा तेरो नाम. So let me be with you. I know you are with me all the time, but I'm not with you all the time. So I started this prayer of, please let me be with you. Remind me if I forget. And that in itself has made me realize what he made me go through at Parthi, that nothing else matters except for this moment. And this is the moment where he exists. He does not exist in the past. That is all a memory. He does not exist in the future. We don't know what the future is. We don't know where it is. It is here and now. When we focus on Him and think of Him from our hearts, in our hearts, we connect with Him fully, completely, and totally. So, this was not an easy share for me because it brought up a lot, but I needed to. I just wanted to share it with everybody. Um, and my journey continues internally. It's going deeper and deeper. I want to say on that note, thank you and sign off.